So, starting with the discussion. So, you turn your pages, you can see we discussed at last about the demand element. Yeah, in the lesson, demand and supply, and market equilibrium. Yeah, we were still talking about market participants. Come here. Yeah. Those who are getting late, they have to come to another point. Late means anytime after I come to the class. Can you turn your pages and just turn your pages and see what we discussed at last. You take your notebooks out. I gave you that right. Demand, supply, and market equilibrium. So, yeah, we are talking about the market relevant to one particular product. Relevant to one particular product. There are people who are supplying different quantities of the same product to the market, and there are set of people who are willing to buy that product. Sellers, this is for the idea behind. So, in when a consumer or a buyer demanding a product, so he is considering two pre-requirements. One is, first of all, he is checking whether this consumer is like to that product or not. Please come front to me. Right? Whether he likes that product or not. Right? Desire of that product or not. We call it desirability. We call it desirability. Desirability. Then the second one. What is the second one? Desirability and when consumer is demanding a product, he is considering two things. One is desirability, the other one is yielding. That does not require only the monetary value. Other requirements only. Right. After that, when determining how many to be demanded, we call it quantity. Then whether to increase or decrease the demand. Whether to increase or decrease the demand. Right? Whether to increase or decrease the demand. Consumers are considering 6 data. Those we call demand determinants. How many demand determinants? How many? 6. So these are the only demand determinants available in the world. Do you think there will not be any other demand determinants? No, there can be, but we don't know. In general, these are the finalized ones. So there may be product to product, there may be other considerations that we can write down under other demand determinants. Right? All of these other factors are coming under other. Other than that, there are 6 specific demand determinants that you are learning. That's what you are learning. Other than that 6, there may be some other factors also. All these factors are coming under other component, because that will be useful. That this understanding will be important when you learning about different demand functions. When you learning about different demand functions, that's what I'm telling you. Right. Okay. Then, so we have identified among different demand determinants, there are some demand determinants are having fixed relation, but some other demand determinants are having variable relationship. Relationship in the sense positive or negative. Some determinants are there is only positive or negative. Relevant to that particular demand determinant, if we say there is a positive relationship or negative relationship, then that will not be changing. Come from. Right? So there are some relationships that has fixed relationship. Some relationships are there, they are variable relationships. What are those demand relationships? I'm just revising. Among these demand determinants, few demand determinants are having variable relationships. Some other demand determinants are having fixed relationships. What are those? What are the fixed relationships? What are the variable relationships? Positive and negative. Negative positive. Okay. One negative very easy example is there. What is the first one? Price of the when does the price of the definitely the relationship to the quantity demand is positive or negative. Is positive or negative. Negative. Right? Inverse relation. When one variable is changing, other variable changing in the other direction, opposite direction. That is what we call negative. But among those variables, there are determinants which has variable relationship, either positive or either negative. Based on that, and why it is important, by looking at those variables, we can define the product. By looking at the income, if the relationship is positive, that product is a product. If the relationship is positive, relevant to the income, can't you remember? When it comes to the related product, if the relationship is positive, yes, any idea? What are the available related products? What are the related products? There are how many types of related products? You have to know, right? Otherwise, there is no point. Like your exam is going to be very hard. Without talking, because I can't understand your level of understanding. Right? Because then I will blindly prepare a paper, then your paper will be getting hard. That is important. So all the lectures. Right? So we are here. One thing I want to, in addition to the results. So always lecturers are trying to understand your knowledge. Without answering, you are like behaving like you all know everything, right? But without telling it, lecturer cannot decide your knowledge, right? Everyone is like maintaining their levels without talking, right? That means you are showing that you know everything, right? You know everything, right? Then lecturer will take the idea that you know everything and will prepare the paper accordingly. And then you can write down whatever the things you know in the examination. So then you will be in a big problem during the exam. Right? So therefore, please store. So these are not very hard questions that I am asking. I am trying to start the session. Right? Other classes, I observe that from this class, you all are not talking much. Right? That's not a good thing for you. That's a disadvantage. Right? Come here. Those who are getting late have to be seated in the front course. Right? So this is the rule. I am having the lectures in the front. Right? So I will come by 8. So you also have to come by 8. If I get late, let's say 50. Then those who are coming to the class after 8:15 will be taking the TCM class. Okay. Then what are the two types of related products? What are the two types of related products? संबंधित भाग yes, substitutes and complementary products. And it's a learner. What are the two types of related products? Substitutes and complementary products. For substitute products, what type of a relationship is having? Price of substitute product and the demand. What is the relationship? Right. Next week you are having a quiz. Right, you are having a quiz. Online quiz. Not the lectures. You will be having a quiz. So then I will test your knowledge. Then according to if you all are talking, I will time to time I will have online quizzes and give you the I am down study and right. I take it out. Online quiz. Online quiz. Twenty question. 20 empty questions. Right, study and next week. Okay, at least read the demand from the beginning. Turn your pages, please. Turn your pages. Right. Now read the demand element. Demand element लियाගෙන තියෙන පටේක තියාගන්න. लियाගෙන නැති කියනවද පොතේ කියලා. ඒත් නැත්ද? නෑ. කියලා තියෙන්නේ. කියවන විදිහේ louder. All of price of related product. Then price of related product. Then okay, then next pattern. Then that's it. Next pattern only correct. Future price expectation. Right. Then other factors also there. Other factors also there. Right. Then supply reading also you have written supply reading. Number of supplies. How many evidence? Then write down among the supply and demand determinant. 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 There are some determinants. There are some determinants. which has fixed relationship. Which has fixed relationship. Which has fixed relationship. There are some other determinants. There are some other determinants which has variable relationships. Which has variable relationships. Here by looking at determinants. By looking at determinants which has variable relationships. We can decide the nature of the product. We can define the nature of the products in 4 different ways. In 4 different ways. Number 1, substitute product. Number 1, substitute product. Substitute product substitute substitute single number. Substitute single substitute. Then after that, supplementary product. Substitute supplements substitute supplementary. Substitute supplementary. Then common. Third one, normal. Normal. Normal normal rules. In single, then the other one, normal rules and inferior. Inferior, bala. Inferior. Normal rules and inferior. Right. Now, turn to your, at last, I think we did a group activity. We identified the product and trying to understand the relationship between demand. Turn to your pages. So we'll start with the price of the product. So what kind of a relationship you found? What kind of a relationship you found? Level with the price, it is inverse relationship. So then the third column, it is about reason. Right? Did we discuss the reason? No, right? What are the reasons you found? What are the reasons? There are many 2 reasons for this inverse relation. What are the 2 reasons? Any ideas? No. Law of demand. Law of demand is the relationship. Law of demand is the relationship. What is mean by law of demand? The inverse relationship between price and quantity demand. එතන ඉවරද? නෑ. එතන ඉවර වෙන්නේ. So why it is not complete? Because there will be only an inverse relationship between price and quantity demand, while all the other factors remain unchanged. Right? That is a requirement. Without all the other factors becoming constant, right, this relationship will not be going to sustain. Because all the other factors also impact into the relationship. That may neutralize the real impact. So therefore, at a time we consider the relationship between price and quantity demand, right? All the other demand determinants should be constant. Ever change වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Ever change වුනේ නැතොත් විතරයි අතර inverse relationship එකක් තියෙන්නේ. So therefore, when you explaining the law of demand, you have to tell it is the inverse relationship between price and quantity demand. You can't stop from there. You have to continue while all the other factors are unchanged. Right? While all the other factors are remain unchanged. Write down that one in the book. First of all, we write down the law of demand. Right, now write down your own definition that I told you what law of demand is. Then complete your one also. Yeah. Now then. I'm there with the start with them. ඉවරලා හෙට උදේ දවල් වෙනකොට තමයි හන්සන් ස්ටාර්ට් වෙන්නේ. ඒකෝට ඉවරයි. ඉවරයි ඊට පස්සේ සමනලා. මොකද කියන්නේ? දැන් මම කිව්වා 3-4 පාරක් කිව්වා මොකද? දැන් මම කියන එක හරියන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් ආයෙ කියන එක නවත්තලා ගන්න. What is the demand, law of demand? It is the inverse relationship between price and quantity demand, while all the other demand determinants remain constant, remain unchanged. Then සමාන දෙලා නැහැ. Right, now read everyone. What is law of demand? It is the inverse relationship between price and quantity නෙමෙයි, right? Quantity demand, quantity demand. ඊට පස්සේ while all the other factors remain constant. Underline that place. All the other factors remain constant. එතනින්ම සාමාන්‍යයක් දාලා ලියන්න. When the other factors are changing, when the other factors are also changing, when the other factors are also changing, this inverse relationship is not going to sustain. Is not going to sustain. SUSTAI. Right. Yet is that a reason? Reason for the inverse relation. Reason for the inverse relation. Right. Now tell me what are the reasons? Anyone found any reasons for this inverse relationship, Lama? Is there anyone? Any good? I thought I will upload karane. Any proof? How many reasons for this inverse relationship? There are two reasons for this inverse relationship. One is substitution effect of a price change. Write down that substitution effect of a price change. Substitution effect of a price change. Substitution effect of a price change. Second one, income effect of a price change. First one, substitution effect. The second one is income effect. Let's see what those are. Right? Then take a small topic, substitution effect. Substitution effect. Now, clearly understand this. Now we are trying to identify the reasons for the inverse relationship between price and quantity demand. The reason for the relationship between price and quantity demand. So accordingly, we found one reason as substitution effect. Right? In explaining that, assume that there are two products. A and B. That there are two products, A and B. Right? Here we see the book. The price of product each is 100 rupees. What is the price? 100 rupees. A is the selected product. Right? So assume the price of the product has increased to 120. Assume the price of the product has increased to 120. Right? Then what will happen to its quantity demand? Quantity demand increase or decrease? Decrease. QD decrease. Now we are trying to understand why. We are going to understand why. So one reason is substitution effect. So there are two products A and B, which we consider as substitutes. A and B are substitutes. How to identify a substitute product? How to identify two products are substitutes? Product that satisfy the same let's say same need logo. Okay? Same need logo. That is not the only thing. How important it is. So you are given two products. Right? Let's say these two products. And these two products. This is a pen. Right? This is a slide mover. This is a smart board pen. This smart board is a pen. Substitute. Substitute. Slide mover is a substitute. Answer. Talk with me, right? There may be wrong answers, right answers, but here. Right? May they substitute the number? I'm going to tell you. May they substitute the number? Yes? Nah. Mangina obvious. Mangina substitute. Why you are saying these two are not substitutes? You are only referring to one aspect. By looking at only one aspect, you are saying these two are not substitutes. What is that the aspect? You think I can use this product, right, to satisfy the same need of both, right? So make it one layer, make it one. What the make it side move, right? Side move, distance taking. But one thing you have to consider, not only that factor. As she correctly said, when you are deciding whether to two products are substitutes, you have to see these two products are satisfying the same need of both. That is the first correct. Satisfying the same need of both. So in identifying that, prior to that, you have to look at consumers' intention to use the product. We call it usage intention. Usage intention. For what purpose I am going to use these two products? Without knowing that, you can't say these two products are substitutes or complements. What is my intention of doing of using these two products? You need to know. That we call usage intention. What is that factor? Usage intention. Right? Usage intention also you have to look at first of all. What product දෙකක් දීලා ආපු ගමන් මේ දෙක සබ්ස්ටිටියුට් නැද්ද කියලා ඔයා අහන්න ඕනේ මොනවා සම්බන්ධද මොනවා කරත් without saying that isolatedly you can't decide these two products are substitutes or complements. Right? So let's say my usage intention is to conduct the lectures. Right? My usage intention is conducting lectures. In conducting lectures, these two products are not substitutes. Right? I will write this. I will use this one to write down something in the board, and I will use this one to move the slide. Let's say my intention is to write in the board. Right? My intention is to write in the board. So then I can write here. I have write things here. By using this also, I can write. So when the intention changes, these two become what? Substitutes. See the difference? When conducting lectures, these two are complementaries. Because both products I need to satisfy the same needs of both. But when the intention changes, my intention is to write on the board. So then this is becoming substitute. See? So you can't decide without thinking of the usage intentions. You can't decide these two products are substitutes or complementary. And therefore, carefully listen, carefully remember that when you deciding whether two products are substitutes or not, you have to look at the usage intention. Usage intention. So accordingly, what substitutes are? Substitutes are the products that can be used, right? Products that can be used to satisfy the same need or both. Right? Write down some list. Substitution effect right? Substitute product. These are the products. These are the products that can be used. These are the products that can be used to satisfy the same need for both. The same need for both. But when deciding, whether two products are related or not. Related or not. The usage intention. The usage intention. Underline that word. Usage intention. Need to be considered. Right. Is it clear? Is it clear what substitutes are? So what is the keyword between these two products can be used? One product or another. Keyword is O. Right? Substitute එනවනම් හැම වෙලේම එන keyword එකක් මොකද්ද? ඒකත් පොඩි හරි ලියා ගන්න. හැම වෙලේම දැන් පොස්ට් එකෙන් මේකටම දෙන්න ළඟින් ලියා ගන්න. Right? Keyword එකක් මොකක්ද? O කියන්නේ. One product or another product. නැත්නම් in alternative. As an alternative. මේක alternative එකක් විදිහට මේක use කරන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද cases වල so you are given many cases to read and answer the question. So then when you're reading, these words will be used. Maybe alternative, maybe O. So today we are having a question, doing a question. In that question also this word is there. By reading that word, then you can decide, these two products are alternative. That's why I am telling, right? Okay. Then keyword is O. Right. We'll come back to the previous discussion. Still we are trying to understand the reason for inverse relation. One is substitution effect. Now A and B are substitutes. That means consumer can consume A or B. Ne? A එක්කෝ A ගන්න පුළුවන් එහෙම නැත්නම් B consume කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? And can consume A or B. Right. So what has happened? Price of A has increased. Price of A has increased. Quantity demand has decreased. Now tell me, right? Now tell me what will happen to the price of B? What will happen to the price of B? Increase, decrease, not change. What is the answer? Not change. Why not change? Why it is not changing? Because law of demand says when one factor is changing, all the other factors remain unchanged. Now the price of B remain unchanged. The price of B is 100 rupees. Now compare two products. Now compare two. Which one is cheaper? Which one is cheaper? Select a product or which one is cheaper? Cheaper product is B. When B is becoming cheaper, do you think consumers will purchase A still? No, consumers will shift from A to B. As a result of that, QD decreases. I repeat again. When there are two products A and B, right, our selected product is A. When the price of A increases, price of substitutes available in the market will not be changed. That means substitute product available in the market become more cheaper. Our selected product become expensive. Therefore, consumers will shift from our product, our selected product to related product, resulting reducing the quantity demand of selected product. So that is one reason that we call substitution effect of a price change. Understood? So other way around, if it is decrease, make us see, let's assume 100 has become 80. Then what will happen? Price of substitute will not be changed. Which one is more cheaper? A is more cheaper. Then what will happen? Consumers from B will be shifting to A. B එක මොකද වෙන්නේ? A එකට එනවා. එතකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ? මේකේ QD එක වැඩි වෙනවද අඩු වෙනවද? වැඩි. See again inverse relationship. Price එක අඩු වුණා QD වැඩි. Clear? Right. Write down this under the substitution effect. Material. Yeah. Nếu gì thì là tôi lấy để đi là tôi. When the price of selected product increase, when the price of selected product increase, when the price of selected product increase, increase. The price of substitute product. The price of substitute product. Man. Lanka, right? Don't pay it. Lanka, this thing. Therefore, therefore, substitute product. Therefore, substitute product become blank. Then selected product. Then selected product. This will result. And then this will post. This will post. CAUSC. A to N. This will post consumers shifting from blank, this page, blank to blank. Resulting. Blank. Quantity to market. Resulting quantity of the selected product. Right, fill the blank. Fill the blank. I will then select the keyword with the field word. Then the image balance not full of field. Because you get what price evaluation is a candidate. Utanat के price evaluation candidate. इन्हें एक balance ज्ञान को ले लेना. Price का दिन बार cheaper and expensive. Cheaper than other, expensive can cheaper and expensive. Cheaper and expensive get better. Finish. Finish. I can't say it's again. One person from the last the logo. Need your answer. Please. Don't waste others' time. You are the best not coming. You are about coming. Yeah. Yes. It's a product of When the price of select when the price of selected product increase, the price of substitute not change. Therefore, substitute product become cheaper than selected. This will cause consumers shift from selection product to substitute product. Selected product to substitute. Resulting reducing what demand of the selected. Right? Now you write down other way around. When the price of selected product increase, then continuous change the price of selected product is true. Manufacturer. එතකොට cheaper වෙනකොට එනවා මොකද්ද වචනේ? cheaper දාලා ලියන්න පුළුවන්, expensive දාලා ලියන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක තමයි. Tamam bank the real ability pasti dibawa kan plan tiga yang model pasti ayat itu kan mau apa kan tamam kayak gitu dia ada juga ada ini hadir dia no terlibat ini the real time you are taking right. Last one again, hari ini nggak paling bisa harus link outnya. Yes. Read sama, and meron lagi kami sih. Boleh. Yes. Now ini lebih dekat. Kalau masih lebih dari perasaan saya tahu. Iya benar. Tahu dah. Ini loh.
When the price of selected product decreases, price of substitute product may not change. Therefore, substitute product becomes expensive than selected product. This will cause consumers shifting from selected product to alternative goods, resulting in increasing demand of the selected product.
India one.
The price of selected product
Ini. Ini. Kalau ini dia kurang itu dia.
When the price of selected product decrease and substitute products price remain unchanged, therefore substitute products becomes expensive than selected products. This will shift consumers from substitute to selected products, resulting in increasing the quantity.
Correct. Even substitute effect क्या होगा देखिए? Then second one income. Ini kali complementary product tu lihat kan bayar tu sendiri. Substitute level complementary product tu sih. Ikat tu tadi ඉවර කරමු. එතකොට අපිට ඊගාට determinant එක ඉවසින් ඉවරයි. Complementary product. Right. එහෙනම් complementary කලින් substitute වලට අපි මොකද කිව්වේ? One product or another product. මෙතන one product and another product. ඒ තවදෙනයක් one product with another product. Right? Consumer අහගෙන ලියන්න. අහගෙන ඉස්සෙල්ලා අහගෙන ඊට පස්සේ ලියන්න. Consumer can consume one product. නැත්නම් can නෙමෙයි. Consumer should consume one product with and another product to satisfy the same need of both. One product with another product to satisfy same need of. Example එකක් කියන්න. Tube and the tire. SIM card and the mobile. දෙකම ඕනේ use කරන්න. Right? දෙකකින් එකක් තිබ්බට consume කරන්න පුළුවන්ද? Yeah. Consumer to consume one product with another product. අනේ example එක උදාහරණ. හැබැයි ඒකෙත් මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ මොකක්ද? ඕක විතරක් බලලා බලන්න. Usage limitation එක බලන්න ඕනේ. වෙලා. Consumer to consume one product with and another product. Doesn't matter. Complementary of other things. But for the relationship, US relationship එකේ දෙකක් තියෙනවා. එකක් ඉවර කරා substitute එක. ඊගාවට income එක. එයාගෙන මුටා. Income effect. Now see the board. Again, there are two products. Let's say the same product, not two products, right? I will take the product A. What is the price of the product? We have the price here. Yeah. This is our selected product. This is our selected product. Then assume our consumer income. This consumer's income is 1,000. M1,000. Consumer income is 1,000. How many products he can purchase? How many products he can purchase? 10. Then quantity demand will be 10. Then assume this price of the product has increased to 200. Increase. Price of the product increased to 200. What will happen to the consumer income? Income? Increase, decrease, not change. Huh? Not change. Why? Demand says when the price changes, all the other factors remain unchanged. Underlying කරගත්ත ඒවා බලන්න පොතේ ඉගක් ගහලා right එහෙනම් consumer income එකට මොකද වෙන්නේ? වැඩි වෙනවා අඩු වෙනවා. Not change. දැන් කියා ගන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් කියා ගන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් ගන්න පුළුවන්. පහයි. quantity demand එක මොකද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? අඩු වෙලා price එක මොකද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? වැඩි වෙලා. When the price increase, quantity demand decrease. Again, inverse relation. This is we call income. Yeah. ඒ හැම වෙලේම selected product කියන එක මම කියනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ selected product. And there. When the price of selected product increase, when the price of selected product increase, when the price of selected product increase, consumer income plan, consumer income plan. Result is result is plan, result is plan. The number of units, the number of units. Number of units purchased. Number of units purchased. That's slash demand. Number of units purchased that are demanded from land product. Land product. Fill the land, fill the land. You want to see a now you then fill the land. You got to amount the list. When the price of selected product increase, consumer income will not change, unchanged, remain unchanged, resulting decreasing the number of units demanded from selected product. Are in English then? See a panel Hari? Given by? Right, okay. Income effect here. Right, these are the two reasons. Substitution effect and income. Then you know the reason, you know the relationship, you know it is inverse relationship. Law of demand, you know. Why law of demand exists? Due to this two reason income effect and substitution effect. It is that. Right. Okay, then we will move to the other demand effect. Right. Let's take price of related product. Right. Price of related product. There can be positive relationship as well as there can be negative relationship. positive relationship or negative relationship, both can be done. Why both can be existed, right? This is a demand determinant which has variable relationship. When the price of the product increase, right? When the price of related product increase, quantity demand may be decrease. Demand may be increase. So based on this relationship, we can identify what is the nature of the product. Whether the two products are substitutes or complementary. Let's assume, let's take A and B again. A and B, right? A and B. Right. A and B. A is selected product. B is, let's say, it is selected product. This is substitute product. Right? Price of the two products are 100 rupees. This time, now you tell me, අපි ඉන්නේ දැන් මොන පැත්තේ කියන්නේ මෙන්න මේකේ price of related product. Price of related products and the demand as a positive and negative relationship both can happen. We are now trying to understand the reason. Now tell me, by looking at this, in what product price is going to be changed? A or B? In what product price is going to be changed? A කියනවා දුස්සන්. හොඳට දුස්සන්. හොඳට. දෙක උස්සන සෙල් එකට යන්නේ. Right? A කියනවා A. එළමයි A. B කියනවා. අනිත් අය Cද? ආයෙ බලන්න. අපි දැන් මෙතන සලකා බලන සාධකය මොකද්ද? සිංහලෙන් කියන්න. What is the factor we are considering? Price of related product. When the price of related products changes, we are going to see what will happen to the demand of the. When the price of related product changes, we are going to check whether the demand of selected product increase or increase. Now I told you A and B are two products. A is selected, B is related. And asking in which product this change, price is changing. We are saying selected product. Is it correct? No, in which product? Substitute product. What is our factor we are considering? Considering factor is price of related product. So related product එක වෙන්නේ මොකද්ද මේ? Substitute. නැත්නම් මම මේක ගත්තොත් මම ආයෙ අරකම explain කරා ඒකට. අර කලින් ගත්තම. This time what is going to be changed? Substitute price is going to be changed. Then assume the price of substitutes have increased to 200. What will happen to the price of selected product? Remain unchanged. Selected product will remain unchanged. What will happen to the demand of the selected product? Demand of the selected product? Decrease or increase? Increase. Demand of the selected product increase. See, price of related product increase. See, demand for the selected product also increase. Relationship is positive for substitute product. Relationship is positive for substitute. Clear? Right. Clear, Galle. When the price of substitute changes, when the price of substitute increases, when the price of substitute increases, when the price of substitute increases, the price of related product will not change. Price of related product will not change. As a result of that, selected product become more cheap. Selected product become cheaper. Therefore, demand of the selected product. Therefore, demand of the selected product increase. Demand of the selected product. Then again, are you clear? Right, now I will take another 2%. Now A and B complementary. A and B को हमें कलिंग A and B को दापी कामु C and D are complementary product. Our selected product is C. Complementary product is D. Complementary product is D. Our selected product is C. Price of C is 100. Price of D is 100. Right? So now tell me, the price is going to be changed in C product or D product? C වලද D වලද දැන් change වෙන්නේ? කලින් වගේම තමයි කලිනුත් අපේ selected product එක නෙමෙයි මොකද අපි සලකා බලන සාධකයේ මේ වෙලාවේ අපි කතා කරන්නේ price of related product. එතකොට change වෙන්නේ මොකද්ද? Related product එකේ price එක. Now it is becoming 200. What will happen to the price of C? Increase. What will happen to the price of C? Not change. Not change. When I say that price of selected product, not change. It is remain unchanged. Right. Now the thing is, previously, for the consumer, to satisfy his need or want, how many rupees he need to spend? එයාගේ අවශ්‍යතාවය ඕමනාව සපුරා ගන්න එයාට A විතරක් අරගෙනත් බෑ sorry C විතරක් අරගෙනත් බෑ D විතරක් අරගෙන. දැන් කලින් කීයක් ගන්න ඕනේ? He has to spend 100 plus 100 200. 200. Now as a result of increasing the price of complementary product, what is happening? He has to spend 300. See, consumer expenditure, the amount the consumer need to spend have been increased. As a result of that, what will happen? Demand for the selected product will be decreased. Right? Complementary product demand right? When the price of complementary product increase, demand for the product decrease. Relationship is negative relation. Right? Yeah. When the price of complementary product increase, when the price of complementary product increase, when the price of complementary product increase, Demand for the selected product decreased because demand for the selected product decreased because consumer need to spend. Because consumer need to spend. Consumer need to spend more money. Consumer expenditure. Consumer need to spend more money than the previous situation. දැන් මේක නම් මොකද? කලින් ඉඳන්දලේ ඒක කලින් ඉඳන්ද? දෙසියයි දැන් 300. Is it clear for you? 200 මේක ලියලා තැනකට නෑ. දැන් දෙකේම එක පැත්තක් තමයි ඉන්නේ. හරි. ඒක අනිත් පැත්ත තියන්න ඉඩ තියලා ගන්න නැත්නම් තනියම කියන්න. සමහර දෙලකින් නෝට්ස් හදනවා මේ නෝට් හදනකොට අනිත් පැත්ත තියන්න. සමහර පැත්තට කියලා ඉන්නේ ස්පෑනින් කියන. ඔබතුමාලගේ බෙදලා කියනවා. Keling kan kemudian note yang ada nanti petas dia itu kan saya pakai cara kan sini. Pada very well. Then the other one consumer income. Consumer income. After explaining all these demand element, I will give you a real question scenario. Then you have to see what are the factors included in that. Then you will understand. But the because no one is going to ask what are the reasons for inverse relationship between price and quantity. Explain substitution. Explain income. Go ahead. That everything is for you to understand when answering the case. Consumer demand. Yeah. When the consumer income increase, when the consumer income increase, why increase when consumer income increase? There are some products. There are some products. Demand also going to be increased. There are some products. Demand also going to be increased. As a result of increasing income. As a result of increasing income. Those products are we call normal goods. Normal goods. There are two types of normal goods. सामान्य बांड और देखा ada two types of normal goods. अत्यावश्यक बांड आणि अत्यावश्यक बांड का लक्ष्य अत्यावश्यक बांड का उपभोगी बांड राइट एक अभी लास्ट लेसन लेके दिखा मुझे अब तरी किया वहाँ से तो नॉर्मल बुक कर दी लक्ष्य एंड पता नहीं लेसन से लक्ष्य एंड लेसन necessary කියන්නේ අත්‍යවශ්‍ය. අක්ෂර කියන්නේ අක්ෂර කියන්නේ අක්ෂර. අක්ෂර කියන්නේ necessary අක්ෂර. Second one, there are some products there are some products the demand will be decreased. The demand will be decreased as a result of increasing income. As a result of increasing income. These products are called inferior products. These products are called inferior products. When defining inferior or normal. When deciding inferior or normal. When inferior or normal. You must look at what has happened to consumer income. What has happened to consumer income? What has happened to consumer income? And the demand of the selected product. And demand of the selected. Clear? The inferior product and normal product and define normal product. The product that the demand will increase when consumers income is inferior product. The product that the demand will decrease when the consumer income increases. Clear? Other than that, other three demand elements are very easy. Taste increase, demand increase. But here will be taste increase. Consumers will buy more product. Consumers will buy more product. Second one, price expectation. When there is a possibility of increasing the price, price when the price of selected product is going to be increased to more. What will happen to the demand? Demand increase. Hey, what happened to the other killer? What do that? You got price demand will be decreased. Related decrease. The number of consumers, obvious. When the number of consumers increase, then more products will be demanded. Clear? Right. So one thing I want to tell you, then at the very beginning, when you writing down the demanded elements, I told you then the price is only impacting on quantity demand. All the other factors are impacting on demand. I promise to explain you it later. Right now, I'm explaining it. I'm going to explain it. The relationship when the price is changing, quantity demand is changing. When the other factors are changing, what is going to be changed? Demand is going to be changed. We'll take a small topic on that. When the price is changing, quantity demand will change. Quantity demand will change. While all the other factors, while all the other factors, while all the other factors are impacting, while all the other factors are impacting to the changes of entire demand. In understanding this, you need to know quantity demand represent. Quantity demand represent. Quantity demand represent. 1 point. Quantity demand represent 1 point located. 1 point located on a demand line. Like that word. 1 point located means demand line. While demand represent entire demand line. Entire demand line. Right. Now look at the board. I will draw it here, right? So this is so this is the graphical illustration. Now look at the board, right? This axis represents the price of the quantity of the product, quantity demand of the product. This axis represents the price of the product. Now, how to show an inverse relationship? How to show an inverse relationship as a graphical illustration? Over the inverse relationship where graph dependent. So that's a positive slope or negative slope. It's a negative slope. Negative slope means it's a downward sloping line, right? Downward sloping line. We'll draw the demand line later. This is demand line, right? In this changes when the price increases, quantity demand will be decreasing, right? When the price increases, quantity demand will be. Now, assume the price of this product is 10 rupees. Assume, right? Then the consumer is purchasing, let's say, 50 units. Assume the price of the product has increased to 20. Price of the product has increased to 20. Right? Now, what is the quantity? Now, what is the quantity demanded by from the product? Yes. Because this is not going to be changed. Consumer income is not going to be changed. Eh? May point again consumer income is here. Consumer income is 50 වැඩි කිරීම 10 500. මේක තේරෙනවනේ 50 වැඩි කිරීම 10. වැඩක් කීයක් නේද 50ක් තියෙනවා එකක මිල 10යි. ඒකට කීයද 500. එහෙනම් දැන් අපි ඉස්සෙල්ලා කතා කරා වගේ when the price increases consumer income is not going to be changed. Not going to be changed. Now, how many products he can purchase? 500 divided by 500 divided by how much? 20. How many products? It is 20. Now he is purchasing 25. Now see, when the price is changing, right? Changes, when the price is increasing, changes happen to only a point located in the same demand. Price එක වෙනස් වෙනකොට change උනේ මොකක්ද? එක point එකක් විතරයි. The one point represent quantity demand. And you wrote down one point located in the demand line represent quantity demand. When the price changes, you see it's a changes to a point located in the demand. Right? Understood? So then assume you change the income. You change the income. Right? So now what is the I will take this situation. In this situation, what is the consumer income? It is 500 is 500. Let's change that value. Right? Let's change that value into 1000. Next time. May income 1000. 1000. Now, carefully see and tell me what will happen to the price. What will happen to the price? What will happen to the price? Increasing, decreasing, not changing. What about the mind not changing? Price is not changing. And price එක change නොවි, right? Income එක වැඩි වෙලා තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් quantity දැන් ගන්න ප්‍රමාණය මොනවද? ගන්න ප්‍රමාණය වැඩි. කීයද? 100. එහෙනම් මම මේක මාක් කරන්න වෙන්නේ කොහොමද? මේකට මාක් කරන්න. So that means not in the same demand line, it's a different demand line. So what has happened to the demand? Demand has to, because entire line represent demand. Price එක උනහම price එක change උනහම මේක point එකක් change. But any other factor changes, price should not be changed. මේක වෙනස් වෙන්න බෑ. Therefore it will be located to a new demand line. It will be located to a new demand. Not only that, consumer taste also say the consumer taste. When the price is 10 rupees, he is consuming 50 units due to the taste. Then assume consumer's taste also increase. Consumer taste එක වැඩි වුණාම ඉතින් product එක. What will happen to the price? Price එක මොකද? Price එක වෙනස. Taste එක වැඩි වුණාම දැන් ගන්න මොකද වෙන්නේ? වැඩි වෙන එක 10ටම තව ගන්න ප්‍රමාණය වැඩි වෙන්න ඕනනේ. 10ටම ගන්න ප්‍රමාණය වැඩි වුණාම මම එතකොට මේක point එකක් තමයි මාක් කරන්නේ. මේක එකක් මාක් කරන්න පුළුවන්ද? බෑ. ඇයි මම මේක එකක් මාක් කළොත් 10 වෙනස් වෙනවද නැද්ද? වෙනස් වෙනවා. එහෙනම් 10 වෙනස් නොකරම කරන්න පුළුවන් එකම අවස්ථාව මොකක්ද? What is the only available option? It is to change, shift the demand line. It is to shift the demand line. Therefore, only price is changing quantity demand, while all the other factors are changing entire demand, shifting demand line rightward to left. Understood? So that is what the right. Do this. ඒක අපි මෙහෙම ලියනවා මෙතන මේ දෙක xy කියලා නම් කරගන්න ළමයි බලන්න. ඔයාගේ voice දෙක මේක x මේක y කියලා නම්. මේක z. එන්න මේ point එක right මේ spread color x y z. යටි ළඟින් ලියන්න. when the price increase if there a change of its point located is yes a change of the point located is to y. Change your name of sorry. Change your name to y. Y to x. Y to x. Yeah. When the consumer income increase, when the consumer income increase to 1,000, without changing the price, without changing the price, when the consumer income increases without changing the price, without changing the price, demand will be changed. Demand will be changed. Demand will be changed from aku dari yang lain from y to z. From y to z. If ideation, if a change, it's a change to the entire demand line. It's a change to the entire demand line. Demand line shifted. Demand line shifted. Demand shifted. Hypertonic. Huh? Demand line. Line එකකින් බලන්න බෑ ඔයාගේ තමයි right. රස්තාවේ දකුණුවම බලන්න බෑ ඔයාගේ දකුණ. It shifted rightward. Shifted rightward. Rightward. W-A-R. Right. Clear? So from that, supply determinant. Continue. Supply determinant. It's all about demand determinant.
What they declare extension, make power extension. Taking down your
Right. What are the supply data again? Put the topic supply data. Supply data is where? अभी research से कम बाहर नहीं supply data. Right. So here one thing you want to I wanted to highlight what is that when considering the relationship between supply and the quantity supply and the supply. What you need to consider is supplier's profit motive. Supplier's profit motive. What is mean by profit motive? Is expectation to the profit. If the supplier is expecting more and more profit, supply will be. And if supply is expecting low profit, the supply will be big. Supplier's profit motive is the main index. Now let's see the having keeping that in your mind, right? The word profit motive, keeping in that your mind. Let's see the first factor. What is the first factor? Price of the selected product. When the price of the selected product, tell me what will happen to the supplier's profit motive. Assume you are a supplier. You get to know that price that you are supplying to the market, price of the product that you are supplying to the market, going to be what would be happen to your profit motive. Profit motive was it? Increase. Then what would you do? Supply more products to the market to have more profit. Have more price value. What we have to the other factors, price, cost of production and everything. Change or not change? Not change. ඔයාගේ price එකේ බාණ්ඩය කියලා 100යි. හදන්න යනවා 50. ලාභය කීයද? 50. price එක 120යි. cost එක කීයද? 50යි because other factors are not changed. So therefore profit එක දැන් කීයද? 120 50 ගියාම කීයද? 120 50 ගියාම 70, right? Then profit එක මොකද? කලින් 50යි දැන් profit එක වැඩි කියන අන්සර් තමයි. Is understood? Yeah, makes sense. When considering supply data mean. When considering supply data. Suppliers profit motive. Suppliers profit motive. Suppliers profit motive. MOTIV. Need to be considered. Suppliers profit motive need to be considered. When the price increases, profit will be increased. Yeah, when P increase, profit increase, therefore supply. Quantity supply. When P increase, profit will increase. When P increase, profit will increase. Then resulting quantity supply increase. Income effect in easily. Price increase, profit increase, therefore quantity supply. They will PI can work. What is PI? Price of input. Price of input. Price of input increase. Price of input increase. What will happen to your profit more? Price of input increase. What will happen to your profit more? Profit more increase. Profit more increase. Price of input value. Profit එක වැඩි වෙයි කියලා හිතන්නේ අඩු වෙයි කියලා. කලින් එක්සැම්පල් එකම ගන්න 100යි 50යි ලාභේ 50. දැන් වෙනස් වෙන්නේ 100ද 50ද? 50. 50 මොකද වෙන්නේ? වැඩි වෙනවා. 50 වෙනවා 60. price එක දෙන්න. 100ක්. profit එක කිව්වොත්. කලින් 50යි දැන් අතන එන ලාභ මොකද? supply එක මොකද? හරිද? clear? When the input increase, profit decrease, supply increase. Yeah. When the input increase, when the input increase කියන මොකද කියන අදහස් කරන්නේ? when the input increase පස්සේ කියවුවාම දැනට ඔක්කොම තියෙනවා මම දැන් කිව්වා විතරනේ. සති කීයකින් 14 වෙනි ඉඳලා බලමුහම තේරෙන විදිහට ලියන්න right. input increase ගාව මොනවා හිතයි දන්නේ නැහැ. වෙනද මොකද්ද? price of input increase. අරගන්න මොන දිහාවත් බලන්න input increase එක ඔය ලියා ගන්න අමාරුනවා කරා. ආර්ටිකල් බනනවා වගේ ලියා ගන්න. වර්ණවල සාදු කියලා කියන්නේ ඒ වගේ ලියන්නේ. when the price of input increase ඊගාට මොකද? profit decrease. Therefore, profits decrease. Therefore, මොකද? supply. Current relationship එක මොකක්ද තියෙන්නේ? inverse relationship. තුන්වෙනි එක ටිකක් අමාරු. මේක පොඩ්ඩක් තියෙන්නේ. යන්න අතර මේක. මොකද්ද T? T කියන්නේ capital S. capital එක කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? technology. Right. What will happen when the technology improves? තාක්ෂණයක් කියනකොට AI artificial intelligence මොනවද? ඔයාලා කයින් ඔක්කොම ඉන්නේ කරන්නේ. right? ඊට අමතරව ඒ කියන්නේ කොහොමද වුණා? AI අපි මොකද උනේ? තාක්ෂණයක් අලුතෙන් කම්පියුටරේ ආවම කම්පියුටරේ කොට එනකොට කම්පියුටරේ ඇවි. එනකොට කියන්නේ ඉපදෙන. ඒ කාලේ කම්පියුටරේ එනකොට ඔක්කොම රිසර්ච් කරලා ආති. නේද? ඔක්කොම පොත්වල නෝට්ස් ඔක්කොම නෙමෙයි මොකද? එහෙම දැන් ගේජ් ලයිට් ඉතින් තාක්ෂණය ආවම පස්සේ මොකද? විදාසර එන නැති අරගෙන අඩි පොත උස්සගෙන එනවා ලෙක්චර් රූම් එකට. ඔයාලා අඩි පොත් ටිකක් උස්සගෙන එනවා. එහෙමද? දැන් ඒක වෙනස්. මොකක්ද වෙන්නේ? තාක්ෂණය දිනු වෙනවා. one main thing තමයි productivity වැඩි වෙනවා. Productivity. What is meant by productivity? Productivity means the number of units produced per number of units produced per input increase. Right? දැන් වාට assignment එකක් කරන්න. කලින් වාට assignment එකක් කරන්න කිය කොච්චර කරලා කියන්නේ. පැයකින් වා assignment එකයි කරේ ඉස්සර. පැයකින් දවසකම එකයි කරේ. දැන් පැය දෙකට assignment ඔක්කොම ඉවරයි. right? පැය දෙකට assignment ඔක්කොම ඉවරයි. input එක කීයද? පැයයි. output එක assignment 3. ඒ වගේ. input එකකින් ලැබෙන output ප්‍රමාණය එන්නේ මොකද වෙන්නේ? වැඩි වෙනවා. Therefore, technological improvement will result in increasing the productivity. As a result of productivity, number of units produced will be increased. Therefore, supply will be increased. Relationship is direct. Clear? When the technology improves, technology productivity. So when the productivity increase, number of units produced will be. When the productivity increase, number of units produced will be. Q. When the productivity increase, number of units produced will be. Then as a result of that, supply increase. As a result of that, supply will increase. Final one. Finally, without the price expectation. Price expectation, main expectation. Expectation. Supplier expectation. Supplier's price expectation. Always you think you as a supplier. So the price is going to be increased tomorrow. As a supplier, would you supply today or today? Price is going to be increased tomorrow. If you are a supplier, you supply today and tomorrow. When the price, there is expectation to increase prices, supply will be decreased. Supply will be decreased. When there is expectation to decrease the price tomorrow. Ada Muhammad supply karo ikut nanti. Supply will be right here. When the price is expected to increase. When the price is expected to increase in future. Suppliers will try to product. Suppliers will try to sell products. Try to sell products. Future. Try to sell products. When the price is expected to increase in future. Suppliers will try to sell the product in future. Yes, that is correct. In future. Supplier will try to increase the supply in future. Resulting reducing the supply. Resulting reducing the supply at the present. Then supply. So relationship is one. Inverse the direct. Inverse the direct. Number final one. F. F क्या है? Final factor. Number of suppliers. Number of suppliers. एक profit motive का number of suppliers है बोला. Output एक मुझे automatic. Material एक लिखा जो लगाया. Then 10 दिन लिखा तो 10. तो कितनी? 68. एक 10 में सीखा. Yeah, when the number of supply increase. When the number of supply increase. Number of units available in the market will increase. Number of products available in the market will increase. Number of products available in the market will increase. Regarding ingredient Increase in the surplus. අන්තිම දෙක. Price of related products. දැන් අරගෙත් තිබ්බ price of related product. මේකෙත් තියෙනවා price of related product. You need to understand price of related product in the demand side is different from price of related product in the supply. What is the difference? Previously, price of related products in consumption. Price of related products in consumption. Here, price of related products in production. Price of related products in production. So, what are substitutes? What are substitutes? What are the consequences? So, that is what the idea behind. Substitute in production means, right? Substitutes in production means by changing minor changes to the production process. Carefully listen. By doing minor changes to the production process, same production process, one product or other product can be produced. Body change එකක් කරලා එක product එකක් හරි තවත් product එකක් හරි හදන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ product වලට අපි කියනවා substitutes in production. By changing minor changes to the same production process, right, one product or another product can be produced. Example, take the corn and the corn flour. Take corn and the corn flour. Right? Same production process. You assume you are a farmer. You grow corn, then you harvest them. Either you can supply them as corn to the market. Doing small changes to the production process, so I'm going to run a pity market. In that case, corn and the corn flour becoming substitutes in production. Because producer can produce one product or another product. Producer, right? I highlight that word. Previously it is consumer. Now producer. Producer can produce one product or another product by doing minor changes to the production process. Right. Now assume your selected product is corn. Our selected product is corn. We are considering corn supply. So our demand determinant, supply determinant is price of corn flour. Price of substitute product in production. So assume price of corn flour has increased. Price of corn flour has increased. Being a rational producer, you would supply corn or corn flour to the corn product change corn flour. Now we are considering the supply of corn. Right? Price of corn flour has increased. Being a rational producer, you would produce corn or corn flour. You will supply corn flour to the market. You will supply corn flour to the market. Result is reducing the supply of corn. Now see, when the price of substitute in production increase, supply of the selected product decrease. Relationship is inverse. In a production side, they get substitute inverse relationship. Because consumer side, they get substitute positive relationship. Clear? Mechanic pattern. Clear. Clear. Group factor. Yeah. When one consumer can produce. When one consumer can produce. When one producer can produce. When one producer can produce. When one producer can produce. One product O. One product O. Another product. One product O, another product. By doing Minor changes to the production process. Minor changes to the production process. Minor changes to the production. Those two products are substitutes. Those two products are substitutes. Phone and phone flour. That is other challenge. This has negative to the supply of the selected product. This has negative relationship to the supply of the selected. Then write the phone and phone flour example. Well, right? The phone and phone flour example. Right? The phone and phone flour example. Final part. Complementary product in production. Complementary product in production. Complementary product in production. Over now, we have namak here. Complementary product in production was up to byproduct. Byproduct. Complementary product in production over now, we have byproduct. Byproduct is as a result of one production process. As a result of one production process, when you producing one product, automatically another product will be produced. Those are called byproduct. Product called byproduct. When you producing one particular product by a production process, automatically another product will be produced. Another product will be produced. I will take an example. It's not very nice example. Let's take beef. Right? Let's take beef. Beef is the meat of whose meat? Meat of the cow. Right? Then assume the beef and the cow skin. Beef and the cow skin. Right? Hammer. ගවයාගේ හැම මොකක් හරි ඒකට ගන්නවා කියන්නේ අවිහිංසාවාදී උදාහරණයක් නෙවෙයි. But just to understand this, you take this is a good example. Beef and the cow skin. Can you take the cow skin? Can you take the beef without producing cow skin? Cow skin එක නැතුව beef විතරක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? I will not going to explain further. Right? When you getting beef, automatically cow skin will be produced. Assume in the market, our selected product is cow. Our selected product is beef. Our selected product is beef. In the market, price of cow skin has increased. කමඩ දෙන මිල වැඩි වෙනවා. Right? Price of cow skin has increased. Then as a rational producer, would you supply cow meat, or beef, or skin? Both you have to supply them. There is no cows who are coming and giving their skin and go. Right? Right? Cows in there, they have automatically supply of the beef. What will happen? Hey, beef to cow skin, you can under beef produced. That is the example. The price of complementary product increase, supply of the selected product also increase. Complementary, still positive, but consumer side is negative. Clear? Yeah, actually I have to do producer. produce the answer. When producing one product, when producing one product, when producing one product, another product will be produced. Another product will be produced. Another product will be produced. Automatically. Another product will be produced automatically. Another product will be produced automatically from the same production process. From open right? Same production process from the same production process. This has a positive relationship. This has a positive relationship. This has a positive relationship to the supply of the selected structure. Positive relationship to the supply of the selected. For the example, our famous example, right now the example of beef and cow skin. It is your right your the value of beef and cow skin example. And with that, all the demand materials and supply materials are you will have a 10-minute break until 10 then you are having your group. Sir, ask me a question. Case question from supply and demand. You need to complete it by 10:50. Then I need to discuss it by level. Then so therefore you have to come on time. Well, let no start assignment is applicant by no. And after returning back, you have to sit as groups, right? Are that have a group? Our पास एक ग्रुप भी नहीं लगा था मैंने देखा था दो बैंक करा देना है मेरे नाम पे अंदर नहीं का पता लेकिन तवे आई ना वाला ग्रुप पे आगे ना फिर पहले का क्वेश्चन ना काफी टाइम अपलोड करा दो पैसे कैसे करेगा
मेरा काम कर दो नौकरी नहीं पाना होते अभी क्या मैं अभी वो तो मेरे बस बस जाती है कि ना ये बात है Không có anh đấy vô cái chuyện đó chưa bất còn gì
Identify number one. Identify product. Number two, identify the market. Identify the product that would derive. Identify the market. That they guide. 2 marks. 2 marks. Identify the product. Identify and solution. Identify the product. Identify the market. They guide. 2 marks. 2 marks. Third one. Identify the demand determinant. Demand and supply determinant. Identify the demand and supply determinants. In the case, other right, 4 marks. Identify demand and supply determinant. 4 marks. Next. Identify the impact of each determinant. Identify the impact of each determinant. Predict. Predict. How the price and the quantity demand of this product. How the price and the quantity of this product. How the price and quantity of this product will change in year 2007. Will change in year 2017. Here when finally, give your recommendations. Give your recommendations. Give your recommendations. For the president. And the salesperson. And the salesperson. We get in last case again the salesperson in this context. In this context. 8 marks. 8 marks. Okay, 20 marks are there. Kalau group PPT के लगाएंगे तो अच्छे होंगे तो वो तो ठीक है Suppose in 2016 You manage the travel department for a large US corporation and your sales force makes heavy use of air travel to call on customers. Make heavy use of air travel to call on customers. Call on customers. Usage intention. Usage intention of using air travel is to call on customers. The president of the corporation wants you to reduce travel expenditures next year in 2017. The extent to which you will need to curb air travel next year will depend on what happens to the price of air travel. What happens to the price of air travel? If airfares fall in 2017, you can satisfy the wants of both the president who wants expenditure cut and the sales personnel who would be hurt by travel restrictions. When the price decrease by 2017, that is okay. Clearly, you need to predict what will happen to airfares. You have recently read the Wall Street Journal about the following two events that you expect will affect the airline industry in 2017. Number 1 and 2 points are demand and supply determinant. You have to find number 1, what demand or supply determinant. Number 2, what demand or supply determinant. As a result of changes to these determinants, what will happen to the demand and supply, you have to predict. Right? To make it easier, I will draw you the 2016 market. Right? You can know demand line and supply line is 2016. Then බලන්න මේ factors වලට මොකද වෙන්නේ? ඒක demand line එක supply line එක දාපුනට වමට විතර කරලා බලන්න. price එකට මොකද වෙන්නේ? So by reading this case, you use it easily. You should understand what is this product. Product is air travels. Market is product එක vegetable ना market එක vegetable market. එහෙනම් product එක travel air travel ना market එක air travel market. Air travel market. කොහොම හතරයි. විනාඩියක් පස්සේ generated by one common answer from the group. Group taking a time. Group taking a time. Group list a guy upload कराना This is the 2016 situation. Median market. Air travel market 2016. දැන් මේ curves ලකුණට වහකට විතර කරලා ඔයා හොයාගන්න මේ price එක මොකද වෙන්නේ 2017 වලදී
The price of that is related to coffee demand. Price of goods and services is related to coffee demand, coffee demand. So we are like price of that.
Sure. We want even the demand and supply yes. We have to only those. So I say so there. Automatically after that,